This is yet another story in the Naked City where the store was foreclosed on, original operator couldn't figure out what the hell to do, and now the heartbreak is you've got a 5-year lease and somebody gave you 230 grand. I hate to make that the headline, but it is.
All of the suites in that building are leased.
I am sure you are correct, Basil. I'm calling on the Coin Laundry, and that is
That's
what
sold and leased. Sold and leased already.
Okay. Let me know if I can finish, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
Sure. So I have 36 locations in Washington and 2 other states. My partner and I scout the existing coin laundries like this one. The equipment's old. The procedures aren't really that great. You said sold and leased. What does that mean? Someone bought the laundromat?
That means I just sold the business to someone.
Nice.
And leased them the space. Like they,
Good job.
They
Do you work for the landlord, or are you a broker that sells businesses, or both?
I'm actually the landlord.
Okay,
We're
so
3
that's
partners into that mall.
nice. So that's your building with 2 other partners. Got
Correct.
it. How much did you sell the laundromat for?
I'd buy that for $1.
230,000.
230 grand. Did you run it? Did you operate it?
We had one of our nephews run it until he moved to California, and then we turned around and put it for sale, and these folks came and bought it.
Okay.
And now they are our tenant, and they are revamping it, and they seem to be doing okay.
They're going to retool it. They're going to put new equipment in.
I'm not sure, but
okay,
it's their deal. I'm happy to be just the landlord. I don't want to deal with the rest of it.
Yeah. Well, I've been trying to reach you since February. No sour grapes.
I know, and I've traded calls with you, by the way.
Things might have gone in a different...
multiple messages.
So let's do this. When they fall flat on their face and they stop paying the rent on time because they don't know what they're doing, call me. We'll talk terms on the lease. And why would I say such a terrible thing? Here's the thing. If they don't own under their laundromats, they're going to fail. If they don't know what they're doing, if they're not sure how to... I'm only after infrastructure. What'd you pay for the laundromat? None of my business. Chances are you bought the entire strip mall, or your tenant failed and you scooped up the laundromat, gave it to your nephew. Again, no crystal ball, but you sold
it. It had a UCC filing, so I had to buy the equipment. But you're right, we swept them all, and we thought we got a free laundromat, but there were liens on the equipment, and it would have cost more to pay to remove it than to pay for it. So we ended up paying for the equipment to keep it in place.
I hear you. Well, honestly, I hope that operator does well and continues to pay the rent. Did they sign a 15, a 20-year lease with you? I'm asking all these questions. It's none of my business.
A five-year lease. 5-year lease.
Oh, God. Basil, come on, dude. I would never sign a 5-year lease. They gave you $230,000.
They do have another 5 option, but that's my choice as a landlord. I don't sign 15-year with anyone.
Then you should get rid of the laundromat. You should get rid of the laundromat.
Right.
For me, I know how old that equipment is. If and when I come in there, bro, I'm going to sign a 15-year minimum. You don't want to do that? Great. I'll do 3 5s. I'll do a 5 and a 5 and a 5. I'm fine with options. I will extend my options because I have too much to lose. But the reason I'm interested in these spaces is gas, water, electric, not the non-existent goodwill. Your nephew, God bless him, he wasn't in there 10 hours a day running the place. I hope this new operator isn't in there 10 hours. I can't be in all of my stores 10 hours a day, but I use contract attendants that are. There's a way to run laundromats and to do it well, like you imagine, like any business. And this is yet another story in the Naked City where the store was foreclosed on. The original operator couldn't figure out what the hell to do. And now the heartbreak is you've got a 5-year lease and somebody gave you 230 grand. I hate to make that the headline, but it is. When they fall apart.
It's great news for me, but when they fall apart, I'll call you, no problem.
Yeah. Good. I see this quite a lot, my friend, where, hey, pick up gold from the streets. It's a laundromat. It's easy peasy Japanesey. But the truth is, it's work like anything. I have enough stores that I know how to run them without too much headache. Let me know when something changes, bro. Ciao.
Sounds good. Take care, bro.
Oh, boy. So, oh, man, we missed out. We could have had this store if we only got them in February. No, This is the heartache and heartbreak of the way this works over and over and over and over again. They got a laundromat for free, they thought.
Yep.
Then they did some research and found there was a lien on the equipment. They paid the lien. They shouldn't have done that, by the way. I see these liens all the time. You know what we do? We call the distributor and say, come get your shit out. Come take it.
Yep.
You know what they then do?
Theirs.
That's not his lien, bro.
Nope.
If the equipment is 4 or 5 years old, you call them and say, come and take it out, all of it. I want it gone. It's not my debt. It's not my lien.
Nope.
You know what they say? Give us 5 cents on the dollar. Do you think the distributor wants to pull out? Dude, repossessing a car is easy. You get a key,
Yep.
you jump in, you drive away. It goes to auction. Repossessing a laundromat, we're talking 3 or 4 guys, 2 or 3 days, 4 or 5 trucks, removing the glass from the front of the window, right? You don't do that overnight.
No, you
Then what do you think that 4 or 5 year old equipment is worth when it's warehoused? Do people want to buy used equipment? No. You go to a yard sale and there's a lawnmower sitting there. You've got a lawn and you don't have a lawnmower. What's the first question you're going to ask the guy at the yard sale that's selling the lawnmower?
Does it work?
There you go. Excellent. Not how much. Does it work? And the guy says, yeah, it works perfect. It's brand new. Look at it. Okay, it looks new. Start it up. I don't have any gas. That man is a poor salesman. For 50 cents worth of gas, he would have sold that lawnmower. But instead he goes, well, I don't have any gas. That's a $10 lawnmower. I'll give you $10. Oh, you're crazy.
Yep.
It's $300 new at Sears. F you, there's no gas. If you take these washers and dryers and pull them out and put them in a warehouse somewhere, that is a lawnmower with no gas. So, okay, maybe if we talked to Basil 6 months ago, this might have happened for you, but there's no reason to concern yourself with it. It didn't happen, not because it wasn't meant to be. Keep an eye on that store. I am going to send him an email and I will CC you. This is heartbreaking. This happens over and over. And do you think the original operator who lost their lease is going out and making a YouTube video about their laundromat success?
No.
No.
No, they are not.
You think Basil's nephew was doing TikToks while he was in the laundry operating it? Absolutely not. This is a real, true, and correct story in the Naked City, right there in Washington, from the landlord himself, who was a former operator. Nobody wants it. And now they sold it for $230,000 to someone with a 5-year fucking lease.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.